Have you ever sat down to study and then suddenly everything else in the world became urgent? Like your phone suddenly needs checking, and your desk suddenly needs cleaning, and even the ceiling starts looking more interesting than your textbook. Then you tell yourself, just 5 more minutes of scrolling, then I'll focus. But those 5 minutes turn into an hour, and when you finally open your notes, you realize you've been staring at the same page without remembering a single word. And you highlight the important lines, and you underline the key words. You even reread it the same page 5 times. But when the exam comes, your mind goes completely blank. Sound familiar? It's not because you're lazy, and it's not because you're not smart enough. It's because you're studying the wrong way. Here's the truth most people never hear. There are ways to study that feel almost unfair. It's like discovering a hidden cheat code for your brain. When you use these methods, everything changes. You don't need to sit for hours just to understand one chapter, and you don't need to reread your notes until your eyes hurt. Instead, you'll be able to learn in half the time, remember more than you ever thought possible, and still have energy left for the things you enjoy, like a relaxing and spending time with friends, or watching your favorite show without feeling guilty. And the best part? These aren't random study hacks. They're science-backed strategies used by top students, memory champions, doctors, and even CEOs who need to process huge amounts of information fast. Once you start using them, you'll realize studying doesn't have to be painful or boring. It can actually feel simple, clear, and even exciting, because for the first time, you'll see the real results. So, now grab your notebook, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to study so effectively, it feels like a cheating. Hack number 1, active recall. Think about this. 2 students are preparing for the same exam. The first student reads the textbook again and again, 3 times in a row. The second student reads it once, then closes the book and tries to remember the main points without looking. A week later, who do you think remembers more? Obviously, the second one, right? Because our brain doesn't get stronger by just looking at information. It gets stronger by trying to pull that information out. It's like exercise. Your muscles don't grow by watching someone lift weights. They grow when you struggle to lift the weight yourself. So, here's how to use this method. Read one section or one chapter, then close the book, and write down or say out loud everything you can remember. Then, open the book again and check what you missed. At first, it feels uncomfortable, even frustrating. You might realize you forgot more than you thought, but that's exactly the point. That small struggle is what actually makes your memory stronger. Hack number 2, spaced repetition. Here's a scary fact. After just one day, you forget almost 70% of what you studied. That's called forgetting curve. It's why cramming all night rarely works. Most of it just disappears from your memory. The solution is spaced repetition. Instead of reviewing once and hoping it sticks, you review the material several times, with gaps in between. These gaps let your brain work harder to recall the information, which actually makes it stronger. Here's a simple plan. On day 1, read and review the material quickly. Then, on day 3, go back and review it again. On day 7, review it once more. And finally, on day 14, do a last review. Because each time you recall the information, it becomes more permanent in your memory. It's like watering a plant regularly. Each time you water, it grows stronger and taller. When you combine spaced repetition with active recall, your memory improves dramatically. You stop forgetting things so quickly, and studying becomes way more effective. Hack number 3, Pomodoro plus Deep Focus. A lot of students think studying for 8 hours straight makes them smart. They sit at their desk all day, staring at books, and feel proud. But the truth is, it doesn't work. Your brain isn't designed to focus for that long. It works best in short, intense bursts. It's like a sprinter, not a marathon runner. That's where the Pomodoro Technique comes in. Study with full focus for 25 minutes. Take a 5-minute break to stretch, grab water, or relax. Repeat this 4 times, then take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This isn't about self-discipline or forcing yourself to sit still. It's about biology. Your brain can only maintain high concentration for a limited time. When you study in these short sprints, 2 things happen. Number 1, you can avoid burnout, so studying doesn't feel exhausting. Then number 2, you get more done in less time, because your brain is fully focused during each sprint. Hack number 4, the Feynman Technique. You might think you understand a topic until someone asks you to explain it, and suddenly, you realize you can't explain it clearly at all. That's why the Feynman Technique works so well. It's simple, but powerful. Pick a topic you want to learn, then pretend you're teaching it to a 10-year-old kid, and use simple words and no complicated jargon. And notice where you get stuck. Those gaps show what you don't really understand. Then go back and learn the parts you couldn't explain, and repeat the process until you can explain it smoothly. By forcing yourself to break complex ideas into simple language, your brain actually cements the knowledge. You're not just memorizing, you're truly understanding. Think of it like building a Lego model. You don't just look at the picture, you put every piece in the right place. And when you teach it, you see if any piece is missing. Once you master this, studying becomes faster and deeper. You'll remember things longer because your brain really owns the knowledge. Hack number 5, SQ3R Method. Most of the people read their textbooks passively, hoping the words will somehow stick in their brain. But the problem is, just looking at the words doesn't make your brain remember them. That's where the SQ3R method comes in. It forces your brain to actively engage with what you're reading. S stands for survey. Quickly skim the chapter. Look at headings, subheadings, pictures, and summaries. This gives your brain a map of what's coming. And Q stands for question. Turn headings into questions. For example, if a heading says, Causes of World War I, ask yourself, what were the main causes of World War I? And R stands for read. Read the section carefully, looking for answers to your questions. And another R stands for recite. Summarize what you just learned in your own words. Say it out loud or write it down. Don't just copy the text. And final R stands for review. Go back later and review your notes or summaries. This strengthens your memory. With this method, you don't just passively read, you interrogate the text. Your brain naturally loves solving questions and connecting ideas, so you remember much more without extra effort. It's like turning studying into a game. Every question you answer makes your brain stronger and your memory sharper. Hack number 6, Digital Detox. You can know all the study tricks in the world, but if your phone keeps buzzing every few minutes, none of them will work. Focus is your real superpower when it comes to learning. Even one notification, a message, a like, or a short video can break your concentration. And research shows it can take up to 20 minutes to fully get back into the same focus after a distraction. So here's how to protect it. Keep your phone in another room while studying, then turn off notifications or use apps that block distractions. And tell yourself, I'll check my phone after this study session, and actually stick to it. Think of your focus like gold. Every time you let distractions in, you're losing a bit of that gold. But if you protect it, even short study sessions become far more productive. Once you make your environment distraction-free, all the study methods we talked about will work at their full power. Your brain can focus deeply, remember more, and learn faster than ever before. So, when I first learned these 6 study hacks, it felt like I had discovered a secret code for my brain. For years, I thought I was bad at studying. I blamed myself for forgetting things, for falling behind, for struggling to keep up. But the truth wasn't me. It was the methods I was using. I was studying the hard way, not the smart way. Once I switched to techniques like active recall, spaced repetition, Pomodoro, and the Feynman Technique, then everything changed. I could study for less time and remember much more. I finally had energy and time left over to do things I actually enjoyed. Hanging out with friends, exercising, or just relaxing without feeling guilty. And that's when I realized something important. Success in studying and in learning anything isn't about working longer hours than everyone else. It's about working smarter, using methods proven by science to make your brain learn faster and remember more. When you learn the right way, studying stops feeling like a struggle. It becomes efficient, even enjoyable. And the results you get feel almost unfair, like you've unlocked a hidden cheat code. So now I want to ask you, which one of these study hacks will you try first? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear which one you'll start with. And if this video gave you even one useful tip that could help you study smarter, and don't forget hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more tips. And also share it with a friend who's struggling with exams, because studying smarter isn't just about helping yourself. When you share these methods with others, it multiplies the effect. You're not just learning faster, you're helping someone else unlock their potential too. So, start using these hacks today, and you'll notice the difference almost immediately. Your studying will become faster, easier, and way more effective. And yes, it will feel a little like cheating,